I'm going live again. And we're good to go. Welcome back. We were here last night. Hope you're having a happy new year. Ignore the mess, like I said last night. But tonight we're working on my in-scale Southwest style train layout. As you can see, I made a lot of progress from last night. That's all I've done today. It's been freezing cold. High today was like 50 something. And right now it's probably about like 20 degrees. Welcome to whoever just joined the chat. Tonight we're working on my in-scale train layout. So hope you enjoy. It's supposed to be Southwestern style. I have my ATSF Blue Bonnet F unit with two Southern Pacific they're 2-bay hoppers. You are here super early, but don't worry, you're the first one. And like last night, you might be the last one as well. I invited Camden to this, so hopefully he'll join in a minute. But there's the Blue Bonnet again. I wish I had something else to run for you guys, but I don't. Last night, my stream made me a couple dollars because of how many people were on there. I mean, I was on there for about an hour and a half, so. I think I should be able to read y'all's chat from where I have my phone. I have it plugged up right now. Yes, I'm rolling in the dough. Time to book the cruise, all right? Here, hold on. I'm gonna fix this real quick. That should be better, I think. Hold up. I got my phone plugged into the wall, so this is a little bit of a pain. This tripod's also a pain. Okay, but as you can see, we're working on the river again. I'll be working up here. But yeah, that's all I've been doing today, so. As you can see, I probably got about an extra half a foot added. And it's not really done at all yet. This is just kind of the mind-numbing part of it, you know. I really need to vacuum this off. The thing is, our vacuum broke. I think it did. Whenever I plugged it up, it smelled like an electrical fire, so. Welcome to whoever just joined the chat. Today we're working on my in-scale model train layout. Hey there, Jack Carson's Railroad Videos. Glad to have you tonight. We're working on my in-scale Southwest style model train layout with my ATSF Blue Bonnet F7 unit with its tank car, two Southern Pacific 2-bay hoppers, and a bobber caboose. That set was from Cato. It was pretty cheap. It was a little bit over $100-something. But yeah, this is a work in progress layout, and tonight I'm just going to be working on this. So if you have any like hints, ideas, or stuff like that, I'll gladly take them because honestly, I don't have a lot. While I was working on this today, I've kind of come up with some new ideas. I'm planning on putting a grain elevator right here, like a pretty long one. It'll just kind of hide all this. I was going to put like a shop or something, and then a house down there, and then a gravel road. But right now, this is just a work in progress, and y'all get to see a little bit of it. This is going to be a long work in progress. This is a culmination of a year's work, and it's pretty pitiful. I agree. The blue and silver looked fine. I really did not like the gold bonnets. The blue bonnets were good. I'm not too fan of the blue bonnet scheme on F units, but I really liked the blue bonnet scheme on Jeeps and like shunter units. I still love seeing those. Actually, so I'm from Oklahoma, and we went to Tulsa a couple weeks ago, and they had a whole set of ex-ATSF blue bonnets. They're all GP15s, I believe. Yes, I agree. The F45s were kind of a sin. But yeah, I'm going for more of a, I say Southwest style, but it's kind of a more Southwest Texas. Because if you haven't seen it yet, I made a video uploaded this morning on the Santa Fe, or not Santa Fe, the Amtrak Texas Eagle, and it kind of gave me a whole lot of inspiration for this because that's all ex-Santa Fe territory down there. But yeah, it's basically, I'm going to have like a cornfield or something, a wheat field, a river, a little house, a grain elevator. That's about it. It's going to be real simple. This is something that me and my dad have put a little bit of work in. But really, other than that, there's not a whole lot being done to it right now. So you can see I'm kind of just cutting off larger chunks that I don't need very haphazardly. It's kind of the best way to do it, really, especially when you're going for a more natural look, is haphazard. But then when I do that, or after a little bit, I'll sand it down. I have this diamond tipped chisel that I like. This screwdriver helps taking out chunks. And then I also have a nail file, but I'm not too sure what that is. Oh, it's right here. The Texas Eagle, where heritage units have a chance denied. No joke, the Eagle is so cursed when it comes to HUs. I agree. Actually, I was talking to my friend, Lone Star Rail fan, or Andrew Aguilar, or however you say his name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But I talked to him today, and he was telling me how the Texas Eagle has had a very, very bad reputation with wrecks. Welcome to whoever else just joined the chat. Glad to have you. Tonight we're working on my in-scale Southwest style Santa Fe layout with my Santa Fe F7 Bluebonnet and its little short passenger train with a bobber caboose on the end. As you can see right now, I'm working on a river, and as soon as I get somewhat close, I'm not going to do anything past this point because I haven't really decided whether I'm going to do a bridge or not. But yeah, I'm going to get to about here and I'm going to stop. But yeah, I was thinking having like some sort of ballast hill or whatever, like, something like that with a pipe through the middle. I don't know. All a work in progress. You kind of just go with it, But yeah, like we were talking about the Texas Eagle. If you would like to go back and take a look at my video that posted this morning, that'd be greatly appreciated. That is my first YouTube video I've posted since I've hit 1,000 subscribers. So the more people that watch, the more money I make. And yes, I agree. The Texas Eagle probably has the highest amount. That's all you see anymore, really, is the Texas Eagle has hit another car. It's terrible, isn't it? Like, awful. But I don't doubt it, because through the entire trip we were crossing so many hardly marked crossings. Like, there are a lot of them that barely even had a marking on them. They just had a sign or two. So, it is what it is. I'm just very glad that it didn't happen while we were on board. But yeah, I was actually planning on getting my original purchase was going to be a Cato Amtrak P42 Genesis locomotive and a couple of Superliners. But I decided against it to get this because really I'm a fan of Streamline rather than modern Amtrak. I'm going to get a train set eventually for this Bluebonnet. But if I'm not mistaken, the Bluebonnets and Gold Bonnets, they did freight, right? I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure they did. Because I know they use the traditional red war bonnet scheme on the Super Chief, or I guess most of ATSF's passenger trains. Actually, I'm pretty sure it might be Lionel or MTH or Atlas. I'm not too sure which one, but they make a really cool war bonnet ATSF Northern type locomotive. I don't expect a lot of people to join this chat tonight. It is pretty late already. But I was just kind of in the need to work on something. The best way to start the new year. With a couple trains and cold weather. Boy, I'll tell you. It's something we need. Welcome to whoever else just joined the chat. Tonight we're working on my in-scale Santa Fe Southwest style train layout. Whoops. With my Santa Fe F7 blue bonnet and its little freight train right there. That's by Cato, if you're wondering. Really, my whole goal with this river is to narrow it up, or like make it a lot shallower up here, so I don't have to do a whole lot of stuff underneath this track. Because I'm worried the more that I do, the bigger chance I have to mess it up. And sorry, ignore my dog. He's walking around. It's like 8 or 9 degrees outside, and we don't want him to, freeze. We don't usually have to deal with that. It's crazy. It was like 70 some odd degrees last night, and now it's freaking 20 tonight. The high's 38 tomorrow, and then on Monday it's supposed to be back up into the 60s. Welcome to Oklahoma. I hate it. I love the state. I just hate the weather. Could use a new governor too, but I'm not going to go into that. I do believe I invited some of our moderators tonight. Not too sure if they'll join, but I hope they do. Because I got to talk about some rail fanning stuff with my buddies. It's 9 degrees up there. God almighty. Well, see, down here, I say it's 8 or 9 degrees. It's actually like 26. But we have a wind chill of like 5 or 6. And then tonight, the low's technically supposed to be, what is it? It's like 19. That's supposed to be the low. But it's not the low because the wind chill is going to crank it up, but, make it worse. Welcome to whoever else just joined the chat. Tonight we're working on my in-scale train layout, specifically this river right here. So if you'd like to stick around and hang out with us in the F7 Blue Bonnet, that'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, that's really all I'm working on tonight. Hope you had a Happy New Year's. You're judging me. I said, yeah, you're judging me.
I'm not. You need to see what I have to do. This is not judging.
Fair enough. Is that a Cato? Yes, it is, actually. Here, I'll show you. This is the, here, you see right there. This is a Cato F7 Blue Bonnet in N-scale. This set was roughly, I think it was a 185. It did not come with track. Do not make that mistake. If you think that some of these starter sets come with track, make sure you read the fine print. I thought the same thing. I was wrong. I had to buy Bachman Easy Track for this. It cost me an extra, I think it was $40-something for this short amount of track. But here's the set. So if you're looking for an F7 set that has track, there's none out there. Like, don't believe it. Yeah, this set's really nice. It, like, especially if you already have a layout, which I didn't have a layout. I had to buy everything new. But this comes with a F7 ATSF Blue Bonnet, tank car, 2 covered hoppers. They're both Southern Pacific, 3-bay. I keep saying that, 2-bay hoppers. And then an ATSF mid-couple of bobber caboose. But yeah, if you're looking for Kato stuff, and you want track with it, really what I've found is the best thing to buy, especially now that I've already bought this, is the Kato P42 DC Genesis track. Yes, they do have a passenger set, but that is way too expensive for me. I was aiming between $100 and $200 for a set, and I know that Kato has an Amtrak P42 Genesis set with a couple Superliner cars for like 240 something, and honestly, that would have been such a better investment than this because it came with a Lupa track, power pack, and everything for 242. But instead, I went with this for like 147. And I had to buy the track and everything. It probably cost more than the P42 Genesis set in the end. So if you're looking for an N-scale train set and you want track, and if you're looking for a passenger set, the P42 Genesis set is what you're looking for. But thing is, I don't know if they make them anymore, so you might have to find them on eBay. But I was looking at them today actually, and there were a couple on eBay that were for fairly cheap. I'm not saying they're super cheap, but you know, it's better. And if you're looking for something higher class, get the War Bonnet set. But really, I had just started N-scale model railroading because if you actually follow my channel or my social media pages at Red River Railfan and Bradenham13 on Instagram, you can know I am a HO scale guy to the heart. N-scale is way too tiny for me, really. Like my finger's the size of that locomotive right there. So you can imagine how hard it was for me to replace the couplers on these. I wanted to die. It was bad. Because I remember I had one fall off, and I thought to myself that I would rather throw it away and then do that again. But yeah. If you have smaller fingers or some nicer tools, N-scale is definitely the way to go, especially if you don't have a ton of space. I have a 8 by 11 train layout, an HO scale at my mom's house. It's really nice. It's not nice, but you know, it's big. I can run all my trains. I probably have about 200 some odd pieces of HO scale equipment, and it's a lot nicer. Why did you replace the couplers? I didn't replace them. I had one fall off, and I realized that some of the other ones were too loose, so I had to go in and put that one back on and make sure the other ones weren't gonna fall off. It was terrible. It's always fun, you know. Always fun. Yeah, this is a tiny hobby, and I am not tiny in the slightest. So make sure you know what you're getting into, because obviously I didn't really. But, you know, I'm getting better at it. You know, I watched a lot of videos on this, and I thought this would be easier than it is. Honestly, I'm actually considering putting a pause on this layout and taking this track and building a circle train track. There's a guy on YouTube, I don't know exactly what his channel name is, but he makes N-scale layouts for people and himself. It's just kind of like his thing. It's a mini layout, but it's really cool. And I kind of want to build one of his layouts, but I don't know if I would rather stop production with this and then make this a long-term project or something like that. Hey, USA Rail fan, glad to see you. Tonight we're working on my N-scale Southwest style ATSF train layout. As you can see, or I guess it's coming around the bend here. It's about to cross the bridge. This is my Kato F7 Blue Bonnet with its little freight train. We were just talking about how I regret buying this and how I wish I would have gotten the Amtrak P42 Genesis with Superliner cars set. That would have been a much, 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 much better investment, in my opinion, because it came with track and everything. But yeah, I'm working on a river right now, and I'm gonna have it gently curve in right here, and then I'm probably gonna stop about here tonight, and then I'll move on to something else. But yeah, really, that's all I'm doing right now is just putting in a little bit of work. See, last night I did a New Year's Eve stream, and I was about here, so I've already made about a foot of progress on the layout, or I'm getting close to a foot. Add an angle note yard off that spur for switching. Honestly, I don't think I have enough room for that. And really, my goal with this is to make it a basic design, you know? So like right here, I'm gonna put a grain elevator. I might put another switch right here and curve over here. I don't know yet. I'm not too sure, but I'm not gonna make this too extreme. It's gonna kind of be like I'm building a landscape. I'm building a piece of art, and the train is just a physical moving piece of said art. And what's your suggestion, USA Rail fan? I'm open to literally anything. Right now, I'm just kind of picking at straws and going for this. Oh man, you're killing me. I have to have an HO scale big boy first. Come on, you know me. Just kidding. No. If you actually go back through my YouTube videos, when I went to Fort Worth with my grandpa to go see Big Boy this year, actually, or this past year now, man, that's crazy. We stopped at a train store and they had a Union Pacific 4012 Big Boy, and my God, that thing was so awesome. But the guy was selling it for like 300 some odd dollars, and it wasn't even the nice one. It was Athearn Genesis one. I really want the NTH one. The thing is, now those are all secondhand. And I wonder where it's gonna run this year as well. Actually, Big Boy 4014 came through my hometown this year. So if you want to go back and watch that video, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to get as many views as possible right now because I just hit 1,000 subscribers, so I'm starting to make some money. So if y'all are actually invested in this channel and want to see where I go, I ask that you please go and check out some of my other videos, some of my longer videos. This is just kind of me messing around. But if you go check out some of my real videos and consider becoming a member for only $5 or donating to my new Patreon, because really the Amtrak video I uploaded today is what I want all of my videos to be like. I want to be able to do that more often. I want to be able to go to railroads and steam railroads like that. But that's what I want to do with my channel, and I kind of need some more support with that. So if you guys would consider doing that, that would be awesome. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being on this. This is really nice. And I agree. I need me some Southern Bells on this thing. Yeah, I love the Southern Bell paint scheme. I actually saw one yesterday, or not yesterday, sorry, a couple days ago, on accident. I love the Southern Bell paint scheme, and it's kind of a shame that KCS is being bought by CP. I almost wish it was more of a merger rather than a buyout, because they keep saying merger, but really CP bought KCS, or they bought the merger. I don't know. I kind of wish, or I can't wait to see what they're going to do. But I also really hope that they keep the Southern Bell passenger set around. Yeah, it is actually a merger. I know that. But really, it was a bidding war between CN and CP over KCS, which kind of made it more of a buyout rather than a merger. I'm not great with all that corporation type stuff, but that's kind of the way I see it. Is it went from being a merger to that, I don't know. Because I remember when the SPSF or SFSP, whatever it was, when they were trying to merge, it was kind of like a conjoined thing. Both railroads were a part of it. But really, this kind of turned into a massive buyout. But I mean, I guess the same thing happened with the SLS, or I don't know. I probably need to shut up. I'm probably way off. Just to me, it seemed like more of a buyout than a merger. Because in my mind, a merger is kind of like, when they do that. I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to a CNC, or not CNCP, sorry, a CPKCS rather than a CNKCS. I think I have a pretty good knowledge of agriculture. And I know with CP having so much power in agriculture in Canada, and KCS also having that much power of agriculture in Oklahoma, sorry, in the United States and Mexico, I think CPKCS was better for that. The thing is, I'm in FFA, I know a bunch of stuff about agriculture, and I think that was better for North American agriculture than the CP or not CP C and KCS merger would have been. Not gonna lie, but I'm not too sure about that. I just know that both of them are grain superpowers, and then they both had access to the Great Lakes, and then of course KCS had access to United States and Mexico. Cab forward daylight, God, man, you should send that my way. I wouldn't be complaining. I'll tell you. I love those cab forward daylights. I see them all the time. But, you know, I kind of have mixed feelings about Broadway Limited. I ordered, I think it was in it was either 2019 or 2020. I don't remember. I tried to order, it was ATS 3751. They had a couple for resale. And I was trying to buy it. And then when I went in, I'd already bought it, all that stuff. I'd already done all the processes of buying 3751 from Broadway Limited. But then when I went to the shipping deal and I was contacting them about it later on, they told me that they didn't have it anymore, after I'd already done all the transactions. So they refunded me, and then I ended up buying a Union Pacific Northern locomotive. It came in and it didn't work. It was an awesome locomotive. I could tell it had great potential, but it didn't work. And then so I returned that, and then they asked me if I wanted anything else. And when I couldn't find anything else, they never gave me the money back. So I kind of got screwed by Broadway Limited, in my opinion. And if I did get the money back, it might have gone to my stepdad, and he put it in my bank account or something. I don't know. But for all I know, I didn't get that money back. And it was mine. So, whatever. I actually have a question for some of you model railroader guys. Are any of you in like a club or anything? Because I was considering joining the N-Scale Club, North Texas T-Track, or I think it's T-Track. It might be Z-Track. I don't remember. But they do modular layouts, and I was thinking about joining them. They have a headquarters in Denison, which is only about 25 minutes from where I live. Welcome to whoever else just joined the chat. I'm glad you're here. Tonight we're working on my N-Scale Southwest style ATSF train layout with my F7A Blue Bonnet, and it's freight train. Sorry, I'm going crazy. Because like, if any of y'all guys are in a model railroading club, I would really like to know what it's like. Because right now I can't drive until May because I got my permit last month. So I don't know if I'd be able to travel to everything. Because I know I looked up the manual for North Texas T-Track, and they said something about you have to go to so many meets a year or whatever. And I kind of honestly think it's a little bit ridiculous. Because if I want to be a part of it, I think I should be able to without having to show up to meets, as long as I'm paying my dues. Yeah, you have to get a lot of people together. But thing is, the North Texas T-Track thing, it's all about going to train shows. That's what they market everything off of, is they're going to train shows. If you actually go back and watch some of my videos, you can see them show up in 3 different train show videos I've made. Actually, I don't think I have one of them on my channel anymore. But at least 2 of my videos, they show up in Fort Worth, and I forget where the other one was at. I think it was in Dallas. But that's what they do. It's like they even have little kids making layouts. So I think if there's an 8-year-old kid doing it, I can. Honestly, I think it'd be a good thing for me, because it would at least show me some other people that are in the hobby. because really that's something I struggle with being a part of this is there's not a whole lot of people involved, unfortunately. But I think I might do that. Yeah, they're at every show in Texas, which would be nice because I love going to train shows and I hardly get to do it enough. So, you know. Yeah, but I enjoy the North Texas T-Track deal. I might do it. I mean, I think it was $15 a year or something. Yeah, I was actually looking at N-scale F units today with like Southern Pacific stuff. I love Southern Pacific. That's like, I have a soft spot for them. I was looking at that today. I was also looking at Amtrak because the theme of this layout, I think I'm going to make it where it's easily transitionable depending on what locomotive you're running. So like if I'm running this or something, it will easily fit in, or if I take that off and put like an AC-44 or something ridiculously modern on there, it'll match just the same. Oh, sorry, ignore my dog. He's walking around acting like he owns the place. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He's staring at me now. Surprised to see some of my moderators haven't gotten back on here. I know Camden messaged me earlier, or I think he messaged me. I don't know. I message so many people I forget, but hoping some of my mods will join in. Maybe a Texas and Oklahoma rail fan. Actually, if you guys are looking forward to a rail fan meetup, that's going to be something. Monday at 11, me and Texas and Oklahoma rail fan are going to meet up in Durant, my hometown, to go rail fan. So we'll see how that goes. And maybe we'll make a video about it. I'm pretty sure he's not too fond of showing off his face like I am. So it might just be like, I say he's there. Where's your river going to end? My river is going to go all the way up to the wood. So it's just kind of like fade away. Like basically what I'm designing this is like this piece of wood just fell from the sky and took a chunk out of the ground. And so like right now I'm going to end it right here. Like this is my line before I do anything else, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to slant that down a whole lot. So I got to be careful from what I do now, because I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this track right here. Because I was considering making like a small trestle bridge or something. 6051 horn bell video. You can go check it out. I will go check that out. I'll go check that out later. Thank you so much for telling me about that. I'll have to definitely go check that out. Thanks for being a part of this stream, man. Be like a eye for an eye. You get to suffer with me while I very haphazardly do this, and then I get to go watch your videos later. Not really eye for an eye. It's like I get to do this for you, and then I get to enjoy your video later. But yeah, I'm actually really glad I started doing these live streams. I've actually met quite a few really cool people by doing them, such as I got to talk more to Texas and Oklahoma rail fan, who's based in northern Texas, and I'm based in southern Oklahoma, so we're kind of like buddies across the border. And I've met Arkansas City rail fan. He's pretty cool. He's just kind of started getting into rail fanning. I think he's a really cool guy. And so, you know, I love this hobby. You get to meet some pretty cool people. I think an honorable or good shout out would be to my good friend Evan Comas. He's a railroader who works very hard for the Kiamichi Railroad, which goes east and west through Durant. And he's a really cool guy. I was actually talking to him today. He was going to come through Durant, but then he got put away for the night. He was going to be operating a eastbound coal train through Durant. But BNSF had other plans for him. The train got delayed about an hour north of where he was, and he never got to go on before he ran out of hours, and the relief crew had to take over his job of doing nothing. So, always fun, always fun. Railroading is awesome. Bunch of time-wasting people. And also, that's awesome. Gulf Coast. I love the Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast. And yeah, you're lucky. You get to look out your window, see trains. I have to drive. Or I guess it depends on where I'm at. If I'm here at my dad's house, probably about a 2-minute drive. If I'm at my mom's, it's about 20 minutes. Was that the railroad that had a BNSF Thundercab leading? I believe so. I'm not too sure though. I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff. So yeah, you can go back. Just go back and look through and find Evan. I have like 3 or 4 videos on him, so you can go back and find those and look at those, because I know he works for the Kiamichi Railroad, which is a short line railroad based out of Hugo. It runs from Hope, Arkansas to Medill, Oklahoma, east and west, and then from Antlers, Oklahoma to Paris, Texas, and everything meets in the middle at Hugo, Oklahoma, where they're headquartered. The north line to Antlers has been closed for a couple years, but the Choctaw Indian Nation is working together with them to get that line reopened for concrete and lumber manufacturing, which will bring a couple $1 billion back to the Kiamichi, which would be really nice, because lately they've had a little bit of struggles, especially with COVID. So. Did you just say I like turtles?
Really?
No. I haven't heard that in a while. But yeah, once I get this all done, I'm going to do I have a couple plaster sheets, and I'm just going to do that and cover this whole thing. That'll be nice. I like trains too. Welcome to whoever else just joined the chat. Glad to have you. Tonight we're working on my N-scale Southwest style train layout. Whew, there's a lot of foam. Definitely gonna have to clean out the trucks of this locomotive later. It's fine. Most of those chunks of styrofoam are too big to get caught, but they will derail it. I will tell you one thing about these Katos though, they move freaking quick. It's like this is about as slow as I can get it on this Bachmann Easy Command controller. Not Easy Command, sorry, Easy Controller. But yeah, I can't even turn it up more than half, and it's like that is barely a quarter of an inch on the knob, and it's going that quick. That's about as fast as I ever consider running it, and honestly, I don't think it's good. So yeah, I have to be really careful when I have other people operating. This is kind of the long way the way I go about this is I'll kind of cut a real thin bit off and then cut again the other direction. takes off some nice thin sheets and helps me really control depth. Because as you can see, I have it, it's kind of filled up with gunk right now, but I have it getting really deep right there, and then it kind of shallows out and gets a little bit wider as you get up here. And then of course, when I do the plaster stuff, this is all going to get a little bit shallower, a little bit thinner, but we'll see. This is still a big work in progress, probably have a couple of years to go with it because of how little time I get to work on this, because I'm highly involved in FFA and school, and it's always fun. I don't have any time to work on this stuff, but I still have time to make YouTube videos for you guys, so I hope you enjoy that. That's what I usually do in my free time, and when I have too much free time, I do this. Kind of my escape from the world. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, suggestions, or anything else, I'm happy to take any of those. I love answering questions, and I could use some suggestions, because honestly I have no idea where I'm going with this. So yeah, any suggestions, ideas, questions, I'll gladly take them. I'll probably stay on this for about 18 more minutes. Something like that, unless I have to go. Welcome to whoever has just joined the chat. Yeah. What? No. You can make a fun little Pacific Fruit Express. Oh, I wish I could. I only have this. That's the only rolling stock I have. I'm sorry about that. I'm about to invest in a little bit more, I think, but probably not too much. I might buy another locomotive or something, because this F7 doesn't really match the cars. Like, it looks nice, but you know, sometimes I like to go a little bit prototypical. Really, I would like to have some reefers or something like that. Specifically, if I'm trying to fit the 50s theme, because that's what I have right now going is 50s. But I would like to have in the future like modern stuff like Amtrak, SD70 Aces, stuff like that, you know. But if I ever do Amtrak, I swear to God, I am never, ever, ever, ever getting an AC44 Charger. I hate those locomotives with a passion. I don't think they look good. I don't think they sound good. All that. I like the P42. I like the P42 DC Genesis, but locomotive's a lot better. Even though they're getting old, they look a little bit stronger. They're bigger, you know. Okay, actually, I think I might cut this live stream off in about 5 minutes. It's getting late. Don't want to keep you guys up. I don't want to keep myself up. And honestly, I think this is about as far as I'm going to go tonight. I don't want to go too far because I have some more specific work that I probably want to think about before I do too much. I want to make sure that I can do this right so I don't mess it up for later.
Liquor.
Chunky dog.
Good. That's it. That's your home. Down. There.
But yeah, all right. I think I'm about to go ahead and park the train for the night. And then I will hopefully see you guys later. Make sure that you go check out my new membership option. And you donate to the Patreon. That will help me a whole lot, guys. You have no idea. But yeah, this is about it for now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Had a great time. Hope that you'll come back again later. Oh man, you just caught me right at the end. Sorry, Jeff. But I'm cutting this thing off in a little bit. And but thank you guys so much for being a part of this. I ask that you please go check out my membership option for the small pocket change of $5. And that you please go consider donating to my Patreon so I can make more videos like my Amtrak video for you. That's really my whole goal, is to be entertaining for you. And the best way I can do that is if I'm getting funds from you. So yeah, go make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe some of my videos. That would mean so much to me. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed tonight's live stream. And I hope that I'll see you sometime later down the line. Stay safe, God bless, and have a happy, happy, happy New Year.